I know where
that is
you've been.
a pound of butter. There is a reason they call it a pound cake. Yeah, a pound of butter is 2 sticks of butter. This is not a diet recipe. We've let that butter soften just a little bit, and there's 3 cups of sugar. Of course, this is a big cake, so that will be spread out somewhat. And then we'll cream these together.
There's romance in these leaves tonight. Dance with me the way.
This is creamed butter and
I
sugar,
think
which,
I'm relieved.
by the way, is so good just by itself, but I'm not going to taste. And we're going to add 1 egg at a time. In other words, we're going to add an egg. There are 5 eggs all together. We're going to blend it a while, then stop, add another egg. And my mom gave me a tip when she was first teaching me how to cook a long time ago, and that is you can look like the hotshot chef and crack it in there. But if you don't want to be digging shell out, should any fall in, crack 1 at a time in a separate container, and that way, if you have any problem or you get an egg that's bad or something, you haven't messed up your whole ingredients. Okay, I thought I'd better explain that sound. That's Allie drinking really loud. So to the creamed butter and sugar and the eggs, we're going to add 3 teaspoons of, maybe even 4 if you like. You know, the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I definitely do 3, maybe 4. I like a lot of vanilla in it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to alternate the flour, which is 3 cups of flour, and real whipping cream. Don't get Cool Whip. Don't get something in a can. Real heavy whipping cream. So we'll put a little of the whipping cream in there, and a little of the flour, and start it slow or it's going to be all over you. And we'll just continue to add a little whipping cream. Add a little flour.
You're going to use that whole thing of whipping cream?
I'm going to use the whole thing of whipping cream, which is 1 cup, 8 ounces. And that's probably what makes this pound cake that I almost didn't show you the recipe for. That's what makes it so different. You know, in a pound cake, one of the best parts is that crispy part on the top. This whipped cream is going to make that crispy part like no other pound cake you've ever had. We'll get a spatula and get all the flour around the sides of it, but we're ready to go. So a couple of things when you're making this pound cake. You're going to want a buttered and floured dish. And you can do loaf pans, if you want to do loaf pans, metal or one like that. And of course the traditional pound cake shape. And you can always use the spray. I mean, that's a good way to go ahead and get everything greased in a hurry. But if you had, this is what your butter came in. And by the way, use real butter. Don't use margarine. Please don't use margarine. Use real butter. And you can easily no waste, no spray, nothing. Just you've buttered it with your leftover butter container. It's done. We're just going to add a little flour on top of this. I'm actually going to do 2 pound cakes. I'm going to do one in a loaf pan, and I'm going to do one in a metal traditional pound cake pan. And I'm going to do one in a gas oven and one in an electric oven, because I happen to be lucky enough to have both. And we'll see which one turns out the best. Now here's the theory. They say that in a gas stove, it's a moister heat, so your cakes actually bake moister. But we'll see how that goes. Here's the key though. You're going to put it at 325, but you're going to put this in a cold oven. You're going to shut the door, time it for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and do not open that door to check on it. Leave it there.
I don't think you'll ever change your mind. Just know, I know you're set in stone. You're gonna wind up on your own when you finally get your feet. In this world, you know you played your part when you played it from your heart. But I only had to see. Baby, I know where you're going, 'cause I know where you've been. Take my hand and let me guide you out.
I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to dump 2 things about our recording.